Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you. Okay, today we are going to discuss about the accounting errors. Okay, to be specific, today we are going to discuss on errors not affecting the trial balance. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, when we talk about the errors in the trial balance, okay, errors in the trial balance consists of two types of error. Okay, firstly we have errors affecting the trial balance, which cause the trial balance to not balance, meaning that the figures, okay, the total figures in the trial balance do not tally between debit and credits. And the second types of error, we are talking about the errors not affecting the trial balance, even though the trial balance is balanced, meaning the debit side is equal to credit side in the trial balance. But please remember that there would be errors or mistake, okay, in your accounts which you transferred it in the trial balance and cause the trial balance even though it consists of errors. Hi. Okay, let us start with the errors not affecting the trial balance. Okay, please remember that even when the trial balance total agree, it does not always mean that the accounts are error-free. Some errors do not affect the equality of debit and credits and therefore go undetected in the trial balance. These are called errors not affecting the trial balance agreements. However, this error can still impact the accuracy of the financial statements. So, next slide we are going to explain what are these errors. Okay, now we are going to learn about the types of errors not affecting the trial balance agreements. Okay, there are 6 of them. Okay, firstly we have errors of original entry, error of commissions, error of principals, error of omissions, error of reversal entries, and we have compensating errors. Okay, error of original entry. This error occurs when the wrong amount is recorded in the books of original entry. Okay, we are talking about the journals. And then the same wrong amount is posted to both of the debit and credit side of the accounts. Since the debit and credit amounts are still equal, the trial balance remains unaffected, but the account contains of wrong value. Okay, look at example. The credit sales to Oda Enterprise on 1st May 2024 has been wrongly stated in the sales invoice as RM 10,000 instead of 1,000. So, how will you prepare the journal entry to correct the errors? The journal entry to correct the errors would be debit the sales account by 9,000 and credit the account receivables Oda Enterprise by 9,000. Okay, the next error will be error of commissions. Okay, error of commission happened when a mistake in recording the transaction happened in the correct class of accounts but with the wrong details. It means that the transaction happened to be in the same class of transaction but the wrong accounts. Okay, look at the example. Okay, let's say payment of salaries and wages by check amounted to RM 25,000 has been wrongly debited to general expenses account. Okay, do bear in mind that salary and general expenses is within the same category, that is category of expenses. So this kind of error is known as error of commissions. Okay, because the wrong accounts is within the same category as the correct accounts. So, to correct this error, we need to debit the salary and wages expense 25,000 and credit general expenses account by the same figure. Okay, error of principle. Error of principle occur when the transactions was entered into a wrong class of accounts. Okay, look at the transactions. The purchase of machines of RM 10,000 has been debited to the repair expenses accounts. Okay, please bear in mind that machine is within the category of assets and repair expenses is within the category of expenses. So therefore, okay, the error occur within the different class of accounts. So how we want to correct the error? So we need to debit the machine account by 10,000 and credit the repair expenses account by 10,000. Okay, next we have error of omissions. Error omissions happens when the transaction is completely omitted from the books. Okay, look at the example. Okay, let's say the drawing on cash of RM 150 has been completely omitted from the accounting books. So, how would we prepare the journal entry to correct the errors? So, in preparing the journal entry to correct the errors, we just need to record it as original entry. Therefore, we need to debit the drawing accounts by 150 and credit the cash by RM 150. Okay, next we have error of reversal entry. Error of reversal entries occur when the debit and credit entries are reversed, meaning that the accounts that need to be debited has been wrongly credited, meanwhile account to be credited has been wrongly debited. Okay, look at the example. The purchase of goods on credit from HD Trading, RM 600 has been debited to HD Trading and credited to purchases account in error. So the journal entry to correct the error would be debit purchases accounts 1,200 and credit account payable HD Trading 1,200. In this case, student, we need to double up the figure, okay, because the first 600 is to cancel out the error and another 600 to show the correct entry for this transaction. Okay, next we have a compensating errors. Okay, compensating errors occur when one error is set off by another error of equal amount but opposite effect. So the net result remains unaffected. Okay, look at the example. Let's say a purchase account is understated by 500 and at the same time the sales are understated by 500. So these two errors cancel each other in the trial balance. So no difference appears even though both are wrong. So we need to prepare the journal entry to correct the error. In this case, we need to debit the purchases account by 500 and credit the sales account by 500. Okay, as a conclusions, we need to know that some errors do not affect the agreement of the trial balance because they involve mistakes on both sides of accounts or do not involve the double entry system correctly. Therefore, even though the trial balance still tallies, the accounts are not accurate That's why it is important to carefully check all the entries and not rely on the trivalence being equal. Thank you.